Kubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Motors. The dark is here to rule.
Ka IZ Group of Institution Bangalore. Kadai ke college babhatam nagabanta ka jingpuli nursing but paramedical course. Hospital training. Pinyo scholarship but 6% ka kam. Aki hospital bahedo India but shabari. Nabanta ka jingpuli ka jingseo ka paret. But pila banlegu ban puli da ka education loan. Pila aruban chukola ho number. Kandai nyo sao san riu pranor. Lani kandai pran riu laisan. Arn riwe kandai pra.
Also an associate professor and also a
State Nodal Officer jangka National Health Mission ka Dr. Lana Lingdo Nongbri haka arplay tri jemang arhazar apulai kalai thu baka jilla Meghalaya watla ka long ka barin ndre ka deipat ka jilla ka Banyngkong hapok kari India haga Jingbun jangki brio Kiba Pyndonkam ya Duma. Kumshibenta ka jingrakhe ya ka World No Tobacco Day ka National Health Mission jangka tanak ka koi ka khia ka sarkar jilla kalabatha ek school bakin pelong ya kani ka jingrakhe da ka ba pelong ya jing yai rali bat ka jingya soi pat ba khnang ban pensngau thu shaki pat ba nong song shnong jangka jilla barok away bakin long ki ba kham adkar ha ka jing Pyndonkam ya Duma namar ba ka kta ya ka koi ka khia Shu ka Dr. Nongbri kalai thu bakatanat ka koi ka khia kalai trelang bat katanat bullet jong kajala ban pentrekam ya ka an ka badan kuna ya ki brio ki badi Duma ha ki jaka pat ba bat kumju ru ya ki dukan ki badi Duma hapo ka jingjingai ka ba 6 meter hajan ki yeng mane bat ki school
Tobacco usage globally is a huge burden, okay, which is being recognized globally that it is a burden. And this burden, has shown a lot of impact on the society, on the people by and large. And we are witnessing a lot of consequences because of tobacco use, witnessing because of diseases, deaths, and so on and so forth. So this is creating a lot of loss, a lot of disharmony, a lot of sickness, a lot of pain, and a lot of resources also. We are losing a lot on them because of this tobacco usage. And now, why it is very significant for me and the team who is sitting here with me, why this World Tobacco Day? It's because India as a whole and Meghalaya as a whole also has a huge burden, okay, when it comes to tobacco use. And Meghalaya itself as a state, though it is a small state, we are witnessing a lot of prevalence. And maybe some of my colleagues sitting here with me also, they will be talking. We are at a prevalence of 47% when it comes to tobacco usage. It can be smoked tobacco, it can be smokeless tobacco. We are very high. And when it comes to smokeless tobacco, also very, very high. And when it comes to smoking also, I'll say though it is stated that we are second in the country, but I think we are almost first in the country because everyone is smoking a lot, and that is very bad for us, and we have been recognized and identified by every state, even by the ministry, that this is where that we are right in the front. So we would like to see that the prevalence comes down in a few years down the line. And again, why this World No Tobacco Day is special for the state of Meghalaya? Because our youth, our children, aging between the age of 13 to 15, they've already started initiating tobacco. And when the survey was conducted, the Global Youth Tobacco Survey, which was released in 2019, we have a prevalence of almost 34%. So the youth of ours also, they are very familiar with tobacco products when it comes in all forms, in different forms. That is something that we cannot celebrate about. Okay, so we would like to see that our youth are free, and we are also trying our best to protect the children of Meghalaya. So now let me specify, when we celebrate this World Tobacco Day, there comes a theme, always a theme, isn't it, along with any celebration. So this year we have a global theme, okay, which is being created by the World Health Organization as, we need food, not tobacco. But after thought, we have found that this theme is not so much suitable for the state of Meghalaya. Since we have the youths who are already initiating tobacco, and the state of ours also, if we put it on record, we have so many things about the state of Meghalaya. Like what? We have the greenest rivers, we have so many good tourist spots, we have so many things which are good about the state of ours. So we have changed the theme in a very special, you can say a sub-theme which is very, very special for the state of ours, and that is, My Meghalaya, tobacco-free Meghalaya. So when we say tobacco-free Meghalaya, it has to be free in every sense of the word. It has to be free from usage, environment has to be clean, tobacco-free, rivers have to be free, isn't it? Trees also, they have to be green, we have to have lots of forests, okay? Then we have to have a lot of land which is meant for plantation of crops, not plantation of tobacco, unlike other states where they plant a lot of tobacco. But yes, but I would also like to say that there are certain districts in our state, like in West Khasi Hills, West Garo Hills, where they do some gardening and they plant tobacco crops also. That will have to be discouraged, and we are working very, very hard towards that. So that is the main theme. And we would like to say, I would like to tell any one of us, whoever comes across me, I would like to tell that person, don't mess with my Meghalaya. Okay? And that message will go even to whom, to the tobacco industry people. Tobacco industry people, they like to target the children. They target a lot and they come up with so many fancy forms of cigarettes, fancy forms of tobacco, you can say, which will attract the youth. But I would like to say that all of us here, including you, including the society, including everyone, every citizen in the state of Meghalaya, to fight against this tobacco menace in the state, because our main aim and objective is to make Meghalaya a tobacco-free state.
We in the state of Meghalaya, we have this goal, like what Doctor has mentioned, of making the state tobacco-free. It is not impossible. Yes, it is difficult, but it is not impossible. We are working closely with the health department, but most importantly, we are working closely with the society. Involvement of each and everyone is vital, because even though there are sections in Kotpa that play a vital role in enforcement. Let's say if we look at section 4 of Kotpa, it talks about ban on smoking in public places. Now, what are public places? Restaurants, hotels, even the roads that we walk on, they are public places. Now, if you look at a hotel with a room with rooms of let's say that have a minimum of 30 rooms, will need to have a smoking area. A restaurant having seats of at least 30 will need to have a smoking room. We look at SB office. We have taken the initiative of setting up a smoking zone. My request to other officers as well is that they need to have smoking zones. If you look at section 5, section 5 is not allowing advertisement or promotion of tobacco products. We see every now and then shops whereby tobacco products are displayed. That is a violation of section 5 of Kotpa, and the punishment is a penalty, a fine up to 200 rupees, or an FIR can also be lodged, and the products will be seized and the matter will go to the court. Now, if you look at section 6A, 6A is very important because It prohibits selling of tobacco products to minors or selling of tobacco products by minors. This is a compoundable offence, no doubt. Penalty, yes, is the fine is up to 200 rupees. But in this case, JJ Act also comes into play. Section 77 of JJ Act, whereby the punishment is up to 7 years and fine of 1 lakh, of up to 1 lakh rupees. There are other sections as well, of the IPC, like section 68 of the IPC, that is public nuisance. Section 78 of the IPC, that is making the atmosphere noxious to health. So, using these sections, we can up to a certain extent reduce up to a certain extent implement Kotpa. If you look at section 6B, which states that tobacco products cannot be sold within 100 yards from educational institutions. We, from the police department, have been working hard on this, because we do see certain shops that come up within 100 yards, and we have taken action. We will continue to take action. Like I said, with the involvement of everyone, we can achieve this, making educational institutions tobacco free.
None of you would ever require my services, and also none of any of your relatives or any other public members also. That is because cancer is a dreaded disease, of course, and the treatment is very complex. Treatment leaves a lasting impact on the society, on the family. It is not just about the individual, the entire family will get affected, because the treatment is a very prolonged duration treatment. It will drain the family of resources. Even though the government is helping out with this MHIs and other schemes, still it will drain the family of all resources. So many people ask me, how do I prevent cancer? Is there anything which I can eat which will prevent cancer? Is there any tonic medicine, or is there anything else I can do? Of course, leading a healthy lifestyle is very important. Eating fresh fruits, vegetables is very important. But the single most important thing which can prevent one from cancer is tobacco. Because in Meghalaya, 70% of the cancers is caused due to tobacco. So, just to give you a perspective, overall in the country it's around 45%. So in Meghalaya it's 70%. That means 1 in 3 cancers can be reduced. Sorry, 2 out of 3 cancers will be reduced if we can stop tobacco. So that is why we are spending so much time. In fact, morning also I've done my OPD. I've told my patients to wait, because I found that this is very important. Because if I'm sitting and treating a patient, most of my surgeries, so in Meghalaya the commonest cancer is esophageal cancer, that is the cancer of the food pipe, and we have the dubious distinction of being #1 in the country for esophageal cancer. So the only other place in the world is another place called Papua New Guinea, that has a very much higher incidence than us for esophageal cancer. And if a person has esophageal cancer, even if we do the best possible treatment, it is not always possible to cure the patient. Even if we do the best treatment, within 3-4 years, the patient might come back with the disease. It has around 131 per lakh population cancer incidence. This is among the highest in the country, second highest. And if you talk about esophageal cancer, Meghalaya has 10 times the national average. So national average is around 50 per lakh of population. Whereas in Meghalaya, esophageal cancer is around, national average is 5 per lakh population. In Meghalaya, it is around 50 to 70 per lakh, which is the highest in the country, among the highest in the world. I think it would be good if this is highlighted, because esophageal cancer, like I told you, the treatment is very difficult and it is a very dreaded disease. Even with the best of treatment, the chance of cure is only around 20 to 25%. So this needs to be highlighted.
How we start this? Since you have heard from Dr. Lana, the overview of the program, you have heard from SP Ivan also, the overview of what COTPA is all about, and you have heard from Dr. Caliph about what is the causes of tobacco products. So definitely you might be knowing also, I'll reiterate Dr. Caliph's words that we cannot, those who have already used tobacco, we cannot stop them. But here comes the education department. Why? We are playing with the life of a child. We have about 9 lakh plus students in our systems. That is from the classes 1 to classes 12. So we will not like these children to be like our forefathers, to be like me and you. We are playing with the life of a child. And they are very young sibling. They are still having young minds. So we want to target these age group. We want to educate them. We want to show them the way that if you follow your elders using tobacco, because most of the tobacco users, they start from school by the age of group of 11 years, 13 years, 12 years to 15 years. Because why they say bullying from among the students? If it's a boy, am I right? So in this manner, these words, these quotes will always lead the other child to have smoking.